Hello there, I'm John Bibbs with the CSG Real Estate Team, and I'm here with Landy Liu.
Hey, John, it's great to be here, and thanks for inviting me. I'm Landy Liu. I'm the founder of a financial wellness company called Foyer. We are a fintech platform that is dedicated to helping first-time homebuyers get Homebuyer Ready. We do that through helping people save, providing rewards for consumers as they build their credit, and also providing personalized advice throughout their homebuyer journey.
That's awesome, man. I want to start our conversation off here with something fairly simple. What is it that you notice with people buying homes that made you say, "Hey, we need to do something different here"? What made you want to do this?
Well, it's no surprise that home ownership is really difficult these days. I started the company in 2022, and that's when, by all measures, home affordability in the US began to plummet. So we've looked at this number that is reported by the Federal Reserve Bank of Atlanta, and it's a home affordability monitor. And that year, interest rates accelerated. It became really, really challenging to find good starter housing supply. All of these different factors, plus the fact that home prices have just continued to skyrocket well beyond wage growth, has just led to a really tough environment for this generation of home buyers. Now, selfishly, was actually in the process of looking for my first home right around that time. And so when I saw the combination of all these factors playing out and how difficult it was for myself and all of my peers, I decided that there's actually something we can do to make this experience better, more confident for my generation of first-time homebuyers. And that's why I started Foyer. And I actually did it with the down payment that I had set aside for my first home. And funny enough, I'm still working towards that first home purchase. I've been a little distracted with the company,
Been
but
doing a few things.
been a little busy, but it's really given me a lot of joy to see a lot of people helped by our product moving towards homeownership. And last year we had over 100 people buy homes who joined in years before that, and we're on track this year to bringing that up to hundreds of people buying homes.
Well, man, CSG is really excited about the opportunity to partner with you because we see a lot of the same things that you've just highlighted, which is the on-ramp to home ownership for the first time is more difficult than I think it's ever been. The affordability issue is definitely a challenge. And having the partnership with you guys, I think, is going to help us to help a lot of people in Virginia get an opportunity to get into a home much faster. So would you say a little bit about what Foyer is? You've touched on it, but could you give a little bit more info about exactly how this will benefit people that are looking to buy a first-time home?
Certainly. So Foyer is a financial platform that helps prepare your financial readiness specifically for home buying. And so there are many different things that a first-time home buyer needs to think about, and often it's unstructured and overwhelming. And what we've done is we put that all into a really easy to understand platform. The first thing that we do is we help people build their savings, and we do it in a dedicated first-time homebuyer savings account. So when you have a Foyer membership, which we're partnered on, the consumer gets access to this first-time homebuyer savings account. And what we've done is we've created this reward system that actually helps people feel they're making progress faster, and indeed they are, by matching a percentage of their contributions into this account like a 401k. So you might have a 401k for the goal of retirement. What we like to say is we have a product that's specifically tied to that goal of homeownership, and our product helps accelerate your down payment savings. Just last month, we introduced credit monitoring and credit building in our platform. So you'll be able to actually monitor and see your credit scores and understand how to actually build towards a higher credit score, knowing that a credit score is such an important part to a mortgage qualification. So we've taken the role of helping prepare your readiness as a consumer by providing rewards and incentives, and we partner with folks like you, John, and other amazing realtors all across the country to really provide that hands-on advice. And together we see this as really a joint partnership to create much better home buying in 2026 and beyond.
Man, like you're offering all the things that my clients are really wanting to see. If you're planning to buy a house a year from now, 2 years, even 36 months from now, it's a lot of information that you got to keep track of in order to be able to make sure you're in position when it's time. And Foyer is not only helping you save, it's helping you to be informed about your financial health as you get there. And I think that's such an important piece. And what we're going to offer in our CSG Path program is personal accountability. You got a person that's walking alongside you as you're going. You've got the information and you've got the acceleration of your savings, but you're going to have a person on our team who is going to be with you and making sure that you're moving towards your goal every step of the way. We're really excited about that. But, Landy, looking at this, I can see that this isn't going to be a silver bullet for people. This isn't for everybody. So this is for a first-time home buyer. Could you please talk about who the ideal customer, who's the right person to come to Foyer and take this path?
Well, firstly, you just said it. We are particularly powerful for first-time home buyers. We believe in the American dream of homeownership. We think that it's critical to wealth creation in the U.S., and there's no more important population for us than folks that are entering homeownership for the first time. First-time homebuyers have unique needs. Oftentimes, first-time homebuyers need to navigate saving that down payment. They need to understand qualification. These are things that people that have bought homes before, they kind of get intuitively. They have the experience. They might have that previous connection to the industry. What we've done is we've made it a much simpler on-ramp. And you use that word, and I think it's a brilliant word to describe our product. We help on-ramp people who are between 6 months and let's call it 24 months of buying a home. If you think you're going to buy a home in the next couple of years, this is the best place to maximize your financial readiness. You want to get across the finish line to be able to actually qualify. But even if you already qualify, this is a place to make sure you can have the most optionality. You can have the best affordability when you're ultimately buying a home. Who we're not for, there's only a couple of profiles I think wouldn't be a good fit. One, as I mentioned, is someone that kind of has really no need for building their savings or building their kind of financial readiness. Maybe you are in a lucky position to have everything kind of in your pockets already. Maybe you're getting a big trust fund endowment by your parents. We're not really for you. We're also not really that great for people that aren't serious about home buying. If home buying isn't one of your goals, we don't want to kind of be in your face about it, and we don't necessarily think our product's right for you. It's really for people that want to get serious about home buying. And if you're in that profile, that group, it's a perfect experience for you.
Well, we're really actually, I'm just really excited to just get going. You know what I mean? And get some people in this thing. But I do want to do like something a little quick and fun. Okay. So I'm going to ask you a question. And if you could give me a 1-word answer, we're going to just do a rapid fire round here. 1 word you want people to feel when they use Foyer.
Confident.
Perfect.
Confidence, real quick. I know there's more than 1 word, but people always say, or they think that we're in the kind of the savings business, and we help people save, that's for sure. But what I always say is we're in the confidence business because it's that is really the real product we're doing.
Okay. Confidence is the word. What's one myth you're trying to break?
You need 20% down to buy a home.
Yes. A small habit that changes everything.
Set it and forget it. Set it and forget it.
Confidence is what you want for your users to feel. You want people to know that you don't have to have 20% down. I run into that all the time. I don't have 20%. You don't need it. And then number 3, if you can set a rhythm of setting and forgetting, even if it's just a small amount, if you can just get in the rhythm of doing the thing, it makes a huge difference.
Absolutely. And it's all about consistency and making it as easy as possible to feel like that consistency isn't taking away from the rest of your life. And so that's really what a dedicated account can help with. Separate from your other expenses, separate from your other financials, you'll wake up one day and you'll be ready to go.
What kind of questions do you have for realtors like me?
Well, Firstly, I'm very lucky because we look at this industry as so emotional. It's not just financial, it's
Mhm,
so emotional.
mhm,
Buying your first home, it's not like any other purchase. It's
mhm,
the most important financial decision of your life. It's the most emotional decision of your life.
mhm.
And that's why we at Foyer believe in partnerships and we believe in partnering with real estate agents like John, like you, like your team at CSG,
Mhm.
because it's really about delivering a handheld experience to the end users. What is one of the main value propositions of using a real estate agent in buying your first home? We believe it's really important, but why would you say it's important to use a real estate agent when you're looking to buy a home?
The home buying process is complicated and there are all kinds of moving parts. Your real estate agent really should function as sort of a quarterback for your team because there are a lot of people working for you in the process of buying a home. You've got a mortgage loan officer, you've got inspectors, and if you've got repairs that's got to be done, you've got contractors. Also, a real estate agent provides perspective. Um, you might really want the house, but is the house really worth the amount that's being asked? What can you do to maximize the value? Helping with your negotiation points. We see these things all the time. Being able to help a client get the house they want at a price that's reasonable to them or get terms that are reasonable to them. We are professionals who know the ins and outs of real estate transactions in a way that a layperson just doesn't. So that's some of the value we bring. But the main thing that we bring is partnership. We are there for our clients. At CSG, our moniker, it's right up there by our logo here on the screen. Excellence is our practice. We try to make sure that our clients have an excellent home buying experience from the moment we meet them to the moment that we hand them the keys to their house. That's what we attempt to do.
That's amazing. And something that someone told me once was that going into a home buying transaction without a real estate agent is like going to court without a lawyer. You can
Mhm,
represent yourself,
mhm,
but you're gonna be in trouble when you don't have the ins and outs, the tips and the tricks, and there's another lawyer breathing down your neck
mhm,
representing the other side. So
mhm.
that's really a kind of an interesting analogy that I sometimes use when first-time home buyers wonder what the role of a real estate agent is. And there's just a lot of things that the real estate agent still, in 2025, in 2026 is just so critically a part of.
One more thing on that point,
Hmm.
Landy, that is, you mentioned that home buying is such an emotional transaction for the person who's buying, even for the person who's selling. Your real estate agent offers you an objective perspective. A person who can look at the deal for what it is and not what you want it to be, or this is my dream house. I love it so much.
Right.
But is it practical? Is it reasonable for your needs? Is the value there for what this person is asking you to spend on it? All those key questions, a real estate agent brings that perspective. Now, all real estate agents, I will say this, all real estate agents are not created equal.
Certainly.
There are people out here who have commission breath. That's what we call it. That they're just, you can smell it on them. They just want the check.
Right.
But if you love to serve people and if you love to invest in people and you're committed to seeing people grow like we are, then you're going to provide excellent service and you're going to make sure that you're helping that person make the decisions that are best for them. And that's what our licensure and that's what our code of ethics say we're supposed to do.
I think you're being very transparent and you're being honest. Not all real estate agents are created equal, and we're really proud to prioritize partnerships with folks that really care about the wellness of first-time home buyers.
Hmm.
And we don't partner with everyone, and we're really glad to have you as a partner.
Thank you, man.
Which brings me to another question, John, which is why did you want to partner with Foyer in building your business and in reaching more first-time home buyers?
Well, we've seen the data, and the data says that first-time home ownership is something that people are delaying later and later in life, primarily because of affordability. And we've been looking for ways that we can help people move toward the goal of owning a house. And as we looked around at what's available, we thought that Foyer would provide not just the saving opportunity, but the information. That's the information you all provide is so critical for a person to understand where they are and how they get to where they want to go. That was the big selling point for us. And then the other part that was a big thing for us was your readiness to have a conversation with me. My team leader, and a lot of times, you know, there are these companies, there's these platforms, there's opportunities out there, but you can't really connect with a real person. And knowing that I'm going to be able to get in touch with Landy if I've got a question on behalf of one of my clients who's working with Foyer, knowing that I've got somebody there that I can connect with on behalf of the people I serve is super important to me. And those are the main things that drove our decision to partner with Foyer.
That's awesome. And I really appreciate that. And just to comment on your last point, we are really proud to partner with real estate agents, and it's really important for us to find the right ones and support them in helping them navigate our product, but also best deliver our experience to their shared clients that we have to help them take full advantage of building their savings, building their credit, building their readiness through information. So I'm really happy and excited for us. One other question for you, John, is if you had one piece of advice for home buyers in 2026, it's the start of the year. What would you want to tell them to best maximize their success for someone that's looking to buy a home this year?
Don't wait to buy a house, prepare to buy a house.
Mm.
Waiting usually indicates sitting on the sidelines and I'm not being active in the process. Preparing means I'm positioning myself. That's what our whole CSG Path program is going to be geared toward for first-time home buyers. We will go see some houses. We know you're not ready to buy yet, but we want you to start learning how to look at a house. We want you to learn how to start making decisions about what you need and what you want and what's most important. And it's important to get going. People think that the home buying journey starts when I got my pre-approval letter and I go look. It starts months or years ahead of time. So that's the big thing.
Such an important point and just kind of a misconception that you just brought up, which is if you're not actually starting to familiarize yourself with the market, or you're not preparing your savings and your understanding of the transaction, you're only going to delay that ultimate dream.
Mm-hmm.
It might not be that you want to buy a home next week or next month or even in the next 6 months, but there's something to be done today to position you best when the time is right.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually often say to our members, it's good to have a conversation with a real estate agent because they're going to be educators.
Mm-hmm.
The right real estate agent partners are educators, and it's good to get in their process, their system, they're just in their inbox. Sometimes a year in advance, just to make sure that you have a partner when the time is right. And more often than not, we see someone saying, "Oh, I'm not going to buy a home for a year." But once you get started, you realize, oh, maybe actually in 6 months, that's I can move faster, and maybe they'll find some place they really love, in an even shorter amount of time. So we want to make the barrier to entry. I think both of us, with Foyer and with CSG, we want to make the barrier to entry, the perceived barrier to entry, to getting ready to buy a home, lower. It doesn't have to be a huge deal to start preparing. For us, it's as simple as downloading an app.
Yep.
And that's what we want to make really easy for you as well, is to just simply say, there's not much you need to do. You don't even have to commit to a weekly call or anything. I know you're a really busy person. Do it at your own pace.
Yep.
Download the app and we'll be there at your pace.
And I think that's so important, meeting people where they are on their terms. We're going to roll out a tool that'll help people understand how things can get accelerated. We're excited to share that with people. But more than that, we're excited just to get going with helping people in 2025 and beyond focus on home ownership for the first time. That's what the CSG Path program is. It's your uniquely structured approach to helping first-time home buyers over a period of time. And we're pairing that with what you offer at Foyer. And I think that we're going to help some people in Virginia get to a dream. And we're really excited to be the first team in Virginia that is partnered with you all. So thank you for the opportunity. We appreciate it.
Let's help a lot of people this year, John. Great to be here. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks so much. Have a good day.